Most women think cooking, cleaning make you a good woman. But if you got a man with a vision that's trying to do something extravagant or something that's never been done before, or he sees himself special, you got to be able to.
Wait. This is where I don't understand. Why, when it comes to a woman and being a good woman, it have to stem around cooking and cleaning to be a good woman? Why does that be the main two things a motherfucker say?
That's how I know women don't listen, because I said most women think that's what make them a good woman. And that ain't what a nigga needs sometimes. That's how I know you ain't listening, because that ain't what I said. I ain't say
That's what
that.
stood out. You
No.
said cooking and cleaning, because that's what most people say. Like, oh, she don't cook, she don't clean. Like, you can't do nothing for me. I can
Yeah.
get pussy from anywhere.
Yeah, see, but now that is a true thing. Just take me for example. I cook every day for myself. I clean for myself. But what I said was women think because they cook, because they clean, that make them a good woman. But if you got a man that got a purpose and that got a vision, he might not even need you to cook or clean. That's why I say I can't speak for most men. I'm going to speak for myself. But I'm a man, just say right now, I cook, I clean for myself, taking care
You
of my
go
own.
buy,
Huh?
you clean, but you go buy food every day,
I
sis, and
eat.
you absolutely right.
I
Yeah, say
eat.
that. You eat. Okay,
I eat.
say that then.
So my question is, that's the what most women say they want from a man. So you get a right now, you get a man. My problem is women try to act like it ain't nothing that they can't do for me. I mean, they act like it's nothing that they can really do for me. Now there, you already got it figured out what I supposed to do. So you get a man that do that for himself, he's self-sustained. Cooking and cleaning can't make you a good woman for him. So what I'm saying is, what are the characteristics that's gonna make a woman a good woman when you take the modern day cooking and cleaning away from them? What do women come with that's gonna make a man say, because women have the power to say, I'm gonna share this experience with you. But the man power is to say, we're gonna do this for the rest of our life. So what do the woman bring to a man that do all that for himself that's making him say, you the one I want to do this with for the rest of my life? When you take the cooking and cleaning off the table, then what most women have to bring to their man?
Comfort, stability, partnership, love, compassion, uh, a partnership. Like, we
You
could do
said
a
that
lot.
2 times. In my head, that was the most important one. So we're going to be a partner. What it's going to take for a man and a woman to become partners?
Okay, so what is your dreams and aspirations that you want to do, and we could come together and make it happen? So if you have a vision to do something, or you have a plan, you need somebody to back you on it, right?
That's
So
all.
you might be lacking where I have a strength, and I might be lacking what your strength is. So if we bring them two together, then we could be unstoppable. All that cooking and shit, we definitely gonna eat. I ain't worried about none of that, because I
Yeah.
can multitask. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna always make sure that you're good, but I need to make sure I need to feed your mind. Like, I need that mental. I need your mental to be good. So I'm gonna feed you mentally, so that your mind will be clear to where you can be focused on the right thing to lead us to where we can go get this bag together.
Hey, it's a vibe with Stunner. If we don't do nothing else, we're going to keep it
Oh
100.
my God! So since you want to talk about women, what do independence mean to you?
Hold
What does
on,
it mean to
hold
be
on, hold
independent?
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, because you just said a whole lot of stuff that stood out to me.
Okay.
Everything you said really did stand out to me. First, I want to say that's kind of my problem. For y'all don't know, this my cousin Donella that's doing the interview. And some of y'all know Donella, y'all already familiar with Donella, but that's her. See, that's the answer that she just gave. That kind of be my problem when it comes to women. Cause that's the stuff that raised me. That's what I'm used to. That's the speaking life into your man that I be looking for. And these bitches don't got that type of conversation. They don't say the same type of shit. So my question to you is, all that shit you said sound real good, but you got a lot of friends. You around a whole lot of females that's in positions to do great things. Your circle is women that's already in power. Tell me out of your friends how many women that you around that think like what you just said. Can I have a 10 out of a 10 number? How many out of 10?
Probably 3.
3 out of 10.
Yep.
That's some honesty for your ass. I thought you was gonna be combative. And why you ain't speak up for women just now? Why you ain't say all my bitches think like that?
Like, no, I ain't gonna say all of them because, you know, like-minded people be around each other, and I could be a motivation to somebody to be like, damn, like I didn't think about it like that. You know what I'm saying? So I move a certain way. You know my business partner. So she more so different than I am. So we match with each other. So like I said, what she like, I bring to the table. What I like, she brings to the table. And we just two boss bitches that just know how to get it. And we've been in business together for 4 years and never had a fallout because I don't get in my feelings about nothing, and I can take criticism, and I know how to take it and fix what need to be fixed without feeling no type of way. Because we both have a bigger purpose, is to be successful and make sure our business is good.
You making my head hurt, man. Let's go on with the interview. My head hurting.
Why? Your head hurt. I know it's big, but why do it hurt?
Cause that no, you ain't say nothing wrong. But just to hear like the stuff that you saying, I know how to take correction and criticism and not be bothered by it and fix what need to be fixed. Like that's the stuff that when I say give me a number, how many out of 10? This is the rarity. And this is what when I be saying that, and I know I'm gonna answer your question, what independence look like to me. But when we was talking and what I was saying was just most men never feel that. Most men never feel, and that's what I guess a sense of security to a man is. Having somebody that has that type of thought process, that can see what a person is really saying, sit with it, and learn how to maneuver through it together. That's what most men look for and get away from. But the thing about it, I'm not just taking men's side because I know most men, first off, ain't honest and transparent enough to say what they really feeling so the woman can be on board with it or fairly choose if she even want to associate with your bitch ass or not. I know most niggas ain't gonna do that for one. But for two, when he do, it's like what I said. When I give, it's like the women kind of pull back because they feel like they ain't got nothing. I ain't gonna say I feel like they want leverage, but I feel like when you take that away from them, they feel less in control. In my personal opinion, they want to control the situation so much.
They do, but that comes with growth, though. I wasn't always like this. I had to go through different things to get to this point to where I had to look in the mirror and say, okay, this not working. What can I do better to make me a better person? To not make if somebody tell me something, I receive that. And then dissect what they told me and say, you know what? You right. I'm wrong. So if I could take accountability, then I know how to move forward to I want to be better for me. So therefore, I'm going to take what you say, and I'm a reflect and look at it and say, you know what, you're right. I could apologize, admit, and then I could move differently if that comes to me again to where it won't happen again. It just comes with growth and trials and tribulations. Shit, what I've been through. And you learn from your mistakes and you learn to do better.
All right, I understand that. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer your question. What independence mean to me? I really don't feel like. I feel like what independence is understanding that. First off, people do love you. You're not alone in this world. You're not by yourself. You do have safe places that you can go. You might have to put work in to find them. But ultimately, I think when you have something that is a message or a deep down burning fire inside you, something that you call to do, something that is a purpose for you, I feel like nobody else is going to have that same desire to that purpose other than you. So I feel like God puts you in situations to where you can't depend on no one in those situations other than you and your faith in the Most High, that you're going to be able to keep going and have strength to pursue those situations or that desire, even when situation get tough, money get tight, everybody else walk away from you. You don't got nobody else to talk to in those times. And I think if you can do that and build on that and still look at people and accept people and be willing to give love and receive love in the midst of knowing that, I think that's real independence. But if you're talking about paying your bills or having money, you don't need nobody, I don't think it's very rare do we ever get that. And if you do get it financially, if you have no one to share it with, or if you don't have a safe space to go to, then what good is the money if you mentally ain't capable of being able to enjoy it? So independence for me look different than what it might look to other people. What you think about independence? That's a deep question. Why would you ask something like that?
Because, like, you know, the concept of a man and a woman, you know, because a lot of women say, like, I'm independent, I don't need this, I don't need that. Being independent is, to me, is like, you know, if you know, if you want something done, you got to do it yourself type thing. And what I mean by that, ain't nobody gonna get it done the right way how you need to get it done, because you can't. I don't like to wait on people to do stuff for me, because I hate being late. Like, so if I gotta wait for you to do something and I need it done now, I'm just gonna do it myself. And I know it's gonna be right, and I know it's gonna be successful. Sometimes I might fail, but it's okay. But at the end of the day, I just look at it like, I'm gonna have me, because ain't nobody gonna look out for you how you gonna look out for yourself. And that goes into, like, when you being independent, a lot of people are like, I don't need nobody. I don't think that statement is 100% true, because, like, my question would be, like, do you think needing somebody means that is failure, or do you think that's wisdom?
You asking me that question? Failure? You asking me that question?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Needing somebody is a state of vulnerability. That's like what people don't understand, the balance that we supposed to have within ourselves. Just like you said, with you and your business partner, y'all, what you have, she don't have. The area you weak in, she strong in. Where you strong at, she may be weak in, and y'all coexist and y'all help each other co-create. That's a balance that we have within ourselves too. That's why when we say, it's easy to say, I'm gonna do everything that I know I'm gonna do for myself, because ain't nobody gonna have it like me. That's a true statement, because you gotta have that faith within yourself and the Most High at all times, sometimes just to keep going. So you have to have that faith, but being realistic and having a balance in that faith, to me, is just saying, if I am weak, if I am vulnerable, I need to know, and I'm thankful to have someone that I can share that moment of vulnerability with, or share that weak point with, and someone that can strengthen me. That's what I think, like, and if you need that, and if you got that, that's what most people overlook, and they feel like, oh, I'm independent, I did it on my own, but they don't give accountability, or they don't give credit to those that just was a mental crutch to them. And that's why I think sometimes we have words and it misconstrue our perception. And that's just no different than people saying, oh, he's a provider. And we could think of, automatically when somebody say that, everybody think of, they pay my bills, they take care of my necessities. But if that man pay all your bills, and that man make sure you got a car and a roof over your head, and you don't got no food, but you got a desire inside you, and he don't provide a safe space for you to come and be able and have an outlet to be transparent and vulnerable when you need somebody, what good is all the financial shit that he provide?
Well, I guess I meant to say, like, when I was saying, like, you know, how you do stuff on your own. Like, you could think by yourself independently without anybody else influencing you to do other. Like, it doesn't mean doing everything alone. It just means you can stand on your own. But I'm wise enough to know and to accept support when needed. So I'm not objected to, like, no, I don't need no help. Like, everybody need help every once in a while. I'm not saying it's gonna be every time I do something. So it's just that I can stand on my own, make my own choices, handle my own responsibility, manage my own money. I'm thinking for myself instead of following others and stuff like that, solving problems without always needing help. So sometimes when things happen or occur, you know how we go to our friends like, so what you think about that? And what they say can influence you, change your decision on what would go on. Like, I had to stop doing that. So that's my independent mind. Like, what do Donella think? Like, instead of saying, well, what do my best friend or this and stuff like that? Like, they could influence some of your decisions and stuff like that. And it might not all be bad. So that's what I'm just saying. Like, just standing on your own, but wise enough to know when help is needed and just to accept it.
And I totally agree with you. I don't disagree with nothing you saying. I was really in agreement. I was just expanding on what you said. And I told everything you said is 100% fact. Once again, it's just different to hear a woman say some of the same stuff. And I think that being that you coming probably from a feminine aspect and I'm coming from a masculine aspect, that's the both sides of God. That woman feminine aspect is the loving, nurturing side, and that masculine aspect of God is the law bringing, set straight in stone side. So I actually I am in 100% agreement with everything that you said. So I don't disagree with nothing that you said. I really and truly, that's the story of God. Like what you just said, knowing myself. People think and I don't want to go too spiritual, cause I know it's your interview, but I'm sorry. But you know what I'm saying, is when I was just reading last night about Jesus, and I was reading about the whole Abrahamic message with Christianity, Islam, Judaism, all of them come from the message of Abraham. Abraham was in the midst of men and realized he was in the midst of God. Jesus was talking to Peter when he said, Satan, get behind me. He was talking to man too. So the same thing you just said about I can't ask my friends because I have to know for myself. You just understand. I ain't calling none of your friends or nothing like that the devil. It's just you know for yourself if you operating from a righteous space, somebody else perspective can sway you. So you have to take it in consideration, use wisdom, put it in the back of your mind. Jesus told Peter to get behind him because I'm going to use that wisdom to guide me. But this right here is something that I know for myself. So I have to independently think and make this decision for me and do what's best for me. But I heard what you said and it's in the back of my mind and you made me aware of what can come. But I still got to go with my thoughts. That's all. And I agree.
And that takes you to my next question, talking about independence and doing stuff for your own and stuff like this. This Glorilla situation, bro. Like her whole sister. Can I have $2,500?
Well, I was on social media last night. I looked at your Instagram. It looked like you won more than that at the casino. I was really gonna ask you, can I get something?
That's besides the point, because that's what Glorilla's sister asked for. She thinks that she should get them $2,500 each.
Well, I feel like I'm entitled to some of yours that you won. And then that's what she said too. She entitled. So you damn right I'm obligated. Can I get some of yours? Can nigga get lunch or something?
Oh my God. Like entitlement. Talk about entitlement. Like, do you think because once you become successful that I'm entitled to some of your money?
Man, no, but I do think it's like a double-edged sword. Like nobody ain't entitled to nothing. There's first and foremost, anything that anybody does for you is a bonus, is a kind gesture out of their heart. Even if they talk shit about it, they still did it. And it's something that they ain't have to do. So I don't never think that somebody obligated or you should be entitled. I don't think that. But I do think that's just like I told you earlier. People get it misconstrued with, like if you listen to what Glorilla's sister was saying. I look at it like, first off, I just observe stuff, man. I ain't gonna say nothing is right or nothing is wrong. I think God make things happen the way they should happen. And I'm gonna just give you my perspective, and I'm just being honest. No, she is not entitled to do anything for her sister, but she been around her sister, like her sister said, eating them cereal on the floor with her, all feeding the rats, all the stuff her sister said they was doing. In the midst of that, she had to know, man, my sister kind of funny, bro. My sister, you know what I'm saying, it is somebody that the world might laugh at too. So
she said she kind of mental patient, but go ahead.
That's cool, but you know what I'm saying. It is. I ain't saying give her that light, because that light can always make her crash too. But if you know she asking for 2,500, man, you might need to find a task for her. I ain't saying you obligated and you got to, but now I don't know what she done did to Glorilla that made Glorilla say I can't deal with you on that level no more. So I can't speak on it. But just me as a person, I just like I know you. I know what you good at. I know I know like your highlights. So every step of the way, it don't matter what piece of success I get, it don't matter what level I reach, I think about you. So we don't have to talk every day. We don't have to be on the phone, and we're not in business together at the moment. But in the back of my mind, I know if I need someone that's business minded. I know if I need someone that can take an opportunity and multiply it, and someone that can bring life to something that's already maneuvering. In the back of my mind, I know that you're there. So whatever level I get on, and you can attest to this, I'm going to reach back and holler at you in some type of way to see what type of role you can play or what aligns with you. If it falls through or if it don't fall through, my intentions are to share whatever level I get on with you. And you never done nothing but be good to me. It's some people that's close to me that I had that feeling towards that can't reach out the same way, that I won't reach out the same way. Even if I would do something for them, I ain't gonna do above and beyond. So I understand both sides of it, both sides of the coin. But I just feel like on the flip side of that, her sister was funny. She created a lane for herself to where she don't need Glorilla 2,500 no more. If she stay consistent, if she do what she doing.
I think she missed a couple of zeros, but I just thought that was funny for her to say 2,500 when they asked her how much money that they think that she should have gave her siblings, and that was the big number that she came up with.
That's what let you know that she ain't greedy. That's how. See, when I
don't think it was greed. I think she didn't know the number she was saying.
No, I think she do know the number that she's saying. I think she literally, she said, I'm driving a Impala. I'm driving a whatever kind of car, Malibu. So
25 ain't gonna get you no new car.
She probably don't need no new car. That's what I'm saying. I think sometimes we be looking at like, damn, she want da. She greedy. She da. But some people literally be telling you what they think. I need 2,500 to help me right now. That shit, $2,500 will change a lot of people's perspective right now. That'll be able to make you go to work more comfortable. That'll let you catch up on a couple of bills. That'll help a common man live a little bit better. So sometimes that can make a motherfucker think, damn, she can't be doing all this for 2,500. But she could be thinking, if I call my sister and ask for 2 bands and she ain't give it to me, bitch, I gotta go crazy for 2,500. She said the number 4-5 times. She just did a skit with Skinbone and said my 2,500 flat. And look at that nigga like, bitch, I want it all. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. She put herself in a position to now she ain't gotta do nothing less than 2,500. And ultimately, it all comes from Glorilla. Even though Glorilla ain't take that money and give it to her. If you wasn't Glorilla's sister, you wouldn't even be able to get these positions. So Glorilla's still helping you today. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but my thing is like, this is the things that I hate about like celebrities. I don't hate them per se, but I just hate that they life is amplified because they, made it big. They're human just like us. They go through stuff. Just because they got money, that don't mean they don't go through things the same thing that we go through. Family feud, you and twin sister, just like Glorilla said. Before I became famous, I wasn't talking to some of my sisters and brothers. And now that I'm famous, that shit still stands. So just because I got money, it ain't gonna change.
Yeah.
If I wasn't messing with you then, I'm still not messing with you now. And I just feel like that's just crazy because I made it. Like, it's just supposed to be given to you. No. If you don't work, you don't eat. So, like she said, I'm going to find you something to do because I'm just not giving you no money because once I get to you, you know they coming back for more. It's not going to stop. So why should I keep giving my brothers money knowing that they lazy and just want a handout? No, I'm not about to be out here getting in and sweating and musty on stage and wig lifting. And you know what I'm saying? I'm in the limelight getting talked about and all this stuff, and y'all just bearing the fruits of my labor and not doing nothing. Like, no, get up. If you want money, get up. And you know, some parents gonna say, my mom still work at FedEx. Some people know how parents are. Like, if I was to make it big and retire my mama, she's gonna be like, I gotta do something. I understand that her mama is still working. Like, just because you making the money, good, baby, you taking care of me, but this is for me. Like, parents be want to work and still have a life too. They just don't want to sit around and not do nothing. So I don't mind my mom still working. That's a choice. Yeah. It's not because she has to. It's a choice.
I agree. I just, you know what I'm saying? I agree because her mama knew all of them came out yesterday and spoke on it. So I agree with everything that you said. But, you know, I just feel like, and that's the thing, what you just said, celebrities exalted and everybody feel like they don't go through stuff, they ain't human. First off, they don't have as much money as y'all think that they have. That's just the first thing. People don't have as much money as what the world think they have. But it's just like now her sister's in a situation where she can make money based off of the name. That's all Glorilla got, is a name that gives her an opportunity to work and make money. Nothing ain't just given to them. They go through stuff just like us. They battle with money issues just like us. And sometimes the places that they stay, the cars that they drive, ain't really theirs. It ain't really theirs, first off. Second off, man, if you do get some money, just me personally, I ain't speaking about Glorilla or nobody else who entitled. I'm just speaking about me. I would have a space in my area for my family to stay, like a family house, and a couple cars to be driven by a certain amount of people. But just like you ain't gonna be in South Carolina, so if I have that in South Carolina, that wouldn't benefit you. You can't uproot yourself and move there. You can't do, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be able to reap that benefit. So if
I will. You got the money. Send me the car for the weekend. I get that somewhere. You can pay for it.
Facts. That's a fact. But if I take that money and buy you a Malibu, whoop-de-doo, drive to Malibu. That's all I'm saying.
No, but that's the thing. I have options. You got options. Why I can't have options?
Nah, see, there you go. You entitled. There you go. There you go, bro, Rilla.
I'm just
there
saying.
You go, bro, Rilla. There you go, bro, little sister boy. There you go. You entitled. You can't be like that. You can't do that. I just told you this car I'm driving might be a car from a sponsorship. I might have got paid with this car. That's the reality that them celebrities be going through. They might have a car, but they might have got paid with that car. Man, I can't give you this right here, but I got a deal with Range Rover. Here go a brand new Range Rover paid for no payments. Just put your insurance on it. That's a payment that anybody would take. So just because
people are ungrateful, though. That's just what I said. That's an ungrateful statement for me to say. It's a Malibu. I don't got no car. You should take whatever I give you. So that's the entitlement when it comes to the forefront, because I know that I think that I know you have this money. I'm entitled for you to give me something better than a Malibu.
Facts. And we just using that as an example because Daniela riding with new shit and she got her own shit better than me, digital dashboard and shit, and I feel entitled to it because I want some money. Can I hold some of it?
Okay, so next question. We're gonna stick a pin in that. When entitlement comes and you don't get it, you lose the loyalty. So what does loyalty mean to you? And have you ever felt that it?
See, you can't lose loyalty when entitlement comes because real loyalty is doing what I said I was going to do and keeping my character even when my feelings change. So just because my feelings change, just because I got an attitude, just because you didn't pay me, if my loyalty come from the bank and not my heart. That mean I was around for the money and not you anyway. See, that's the shit that, just as a street nigga, I got a whole lot of homeboys that I love, that I was loyal to, that I done woke up out of my bed and went and did stuff for that I hadn't even did for my own family. I done sacrificed me for some of my homeboys, and they loyalty came from a bank. When it was no longer financially lucrative, they ain't want to kick it like that no more. They felt like the no was supposed to supersede all them times that they said yeah, or all them times I said yeah. But they loyalty was coming from a bank. They was coming from the financial gains that we was sharing. But when that go on pause and they don't see that coming, they don't know that you might be resetting. They don't know that you chilling from doing one thing to come to do something bigger that you got them playing a part of. So their loyalty only was based off the financial stability that y'all shared. Once you take that away, that wasn't real loyalty. That was what you said y'all already doing. It's business. But a lot of people don't realize that they doing business with people. They really think that they love people. They think that people love them and got their best interests at heart. But they don't know that this shit was based off of, I needed some money and you needed some money, and we did some shit to get us some money, and we started doing other shit, and it started clouding the business. But ultimately, the source of what we had going on was based off the business. The real friendship lies in the business. So when you take the business off the table, it ain't that much of friends left. So that's just a motherfucker who loyalty come from the bank and not a real alignment. Real alignment, when your loyalty come from the heart, that mean, man, I understand we're going to have to go through a couple of financial struggles, but we still going to do what we said. I still love you the way I said I was. When you stop making money and you ain't as hot in the streets as you used to be, or when your business ain't doing as good as it was, I'm still going to show up for you the way I did when you had the money. That's the difference.
So do you think you ever failed at loyalty?
No. Other people do. I understand the concept. See, I had a real...
I think you have failed at loyalty.
Nah, I don't. You got to tell me how, and I don't mind.
Okay. It was a cold night one day. We was at somewhere called the campground. And a car rolled in a ditch.
You drove a car off a cliff. Tell the people the truth. You drove a car off a cliff. Not intentionally.
And I had to get pulled out by chains. And you told me, don't worry about it, cousin. I'm going to take you on a shopping spree to Family Dollar. And it's been 20 years, and I still have not gotten that shopping spree to Family Dollar. You unloyal some of them.
See, you don't know in my head that I keep upgrading the shopping spree. You thinking about going and getting everything from Family Dollar. Now I'm thinking...
It's the principle of what you told me.
But now I'm thinking about how to get a Range Rover that's purple, that's your favorite, that's close to your color, and fill it with a whole bunch of Family Dollar bags with everything already in there. You just got to stick to the vision. I ain't disloyal. I just ain't got there yet.
You have to be patient?
Yes.
When a person tell you they going to do something, they expect for you to do it. But when they don't speak on it, they think you forgot about it. So is it okay for you to keep reminding, like, hey, I still got you. You know, I ain't forget about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. We still going.
You do little other stuff for me, but that made me feel good when you told me that.
You know what?
That made me stop crying.
It was one cold winter day. And I was just looking at you on the phone, snooping through your daughter perfume, spraying it on yourself, and running out the room so she wouldn't even know you was spraying her perfume. And I just went and saw the perfume, and I got you some. You didn't even know I was getting it. I just went and got the perfume.
You did.
I could have.
That's besides the point. We're not talking about perfume. You
take that back and go to Dollar General then. Take it back and go to Dollar General.
Dollar General. Y'all, am I being ungrateful?
Of course you are.
I'm not being ungrateful. Let me know if I'm being ungrateful. If I'm being ungrateful, I apologize.
Y'all go ahead.
But I still really, really wanted that shopping spree at Family Dollar.
Drop down in the comments and tell Daniela how many times she done been ungrateful this interview, because I done counted 3. Y'all keep counting. Y'all tell us. Drop the number down below.
What's counting favors, though?
I ain't counting favor. I'm counting ungratefulity. ungratefulity,
I am
ungratefulness.
not.
Yeah.
I am not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, since they're gonna put in the comments, how do they feel that you was unloyal to me, and we're gonna read that. But how do you handle criticism or hate online?
I don't see that shit, man. You know, I done beef with some real killers in the streets. I had beef with people that was really in the streets hurting people. Somebody online criticizing me. I can care less about what somebody say online. And I think if you in a space where you doing anything publicly and you care about a public opinion, you should be in a different type of space. But what I will tell you is um as far as people criticizing me publicly, I do take it and I do look at it. I do see what people saying. Sometimes it's nonsense. Most people trolls, but I believe it's a little bit of truth in everything. And I want to grow every day. So me personally, when it's some certain stuff that I see people say, I done saw some truth in it. So it don't bother me. I'm gonna keep being me. I'm working every day, so that shit don't bother me, man. The stuff that I done came from, real criticism, I talk to you every day. Don't nobody talk to me worse than what you do. Why would I care about what they say in the comments? I'm grateful for the comments.
You done been through the ringer, okay? We just sat in circles and just roasted each other for hours, and it was all love.
That's character building. But I think like the people online that for the most part, when I'm on live, I catch a lot of trolls and a lot of slack. But for the most part, the people that come in and watch me, they really do. They already know my character. They done saw me like be solid. They done saw me go through stuff. They done saw me be vulnerable and transparent. So they don't really do my comments and my community ain't too crazy, man. I love them. This is an outlet outside of you and the other people I share love with. And YouTube being my biggest blessing. I don't gotta go through things mentally alone, and I feel like I got like-minded people that surround me in my community. Thanks.
Okay, so I've watched you since you grow from the beginning of social media, YouTube, and stuff like that, and you've done a lot of things that you wouldn't have done and little things like that. So, what made you start setting stronger boundaries?
Man, I always had boundaries, but
they way stricter. They strict now. Like, I know you have boundaries. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've watched you, and just knowing you, just growing up as first cousin, like you mature, you grown and stuff like that. But your boundaries, like, you ain't playing when it comes to what you saying that you want. So what made you start your stronger boundaries? Like, you have boundaries, but they're stronger. So what made you say I'm not selling it for that? I'm not accepting that. If I don't get this, I'm not doing that. So what made you set the boundaries to say you stood firm on that? Is no bending.
Losing everything before. I done lost everything and I ain't had nobody to help me get it. I done gave to so many people. And when I was unable to give, like we just spoke about loyalty, when I was in positions where I couldn't give like I used to, everybody left. Nobody ain't see the value in it, in nothing that I had going on no more. Nobody ain't even believe in it. So knowing that once you lose everything, you gonna be by yourself anyway. I only can allow people, I don't expect nobody to do anything for me, first and foremost. But outside of that, I do everything for myself other than the people that I know help me and make sacrifices for me. So outside of that, that's my family. You don't have to do nothing for me ever, but you won't be around me doing nothing. That's just the reality of it. So I don't see potential in people. I don't see past what you show me. What you show me, I believe it. And I love you the same. And I want what's best for you. I just can't give it to you. And if you ain't contributing, like I said, I don't think most people have dreams and aspirations. Most people 100% complacent and comfortable doing what they doing, going through the same cycles. So if that's your nature, cool. You should enjoy it because that's going to always be here. I just see something bigger for myself. So if you don't have that, I understand it. But to be around me, you at least got to nurture my dreams and aspirations because they big enough for all of us. Once I'm trying to do work, once what I'm trying to do work, everybody around me gonna be straight anyway. So if you ain't got no dreams of your own and you want to be around me, you better be helping me with mine. But if you see anybody around me and they no longer around me, it's because I showed up for them multiple times and they ain't really care about showing up for the stuff that I needed. So fuck you. At that point, I can give a damn about being around you. I still love you. I still want the best for you. But that shit don't stop, man. I got a son that I'm obligated to pour into, that I'm obligated to make sacrifices for. I ain't sacrificing for nobody else that can't bring nothing to what the fuck I got going on.
Type shit. I agree. Moving on to the next question.
Yeah, man, you understand me. Yeah, man, it just made me feel real player when I said that. I'm sorry.
Listen, y'all got no rebuttal. You stood on that 10 toes down, and we're going to move on.
Yeah.
My next question, what's your feelings about Cardi B and Stephon Diggs situation over the weekend from the Super Bowl?
I'll tell you the truth. I don't feel shit about those stinking ass celebrities. I don't give a damn about them people. Who gives a shit? But the thing I think is, big shout out to Stephon Diggs, man. Real piece shit, real player. He was honest, he open, he transparent, he live his truth out loud. And what you see is what you get. You know what I'm saying? What you see is what you get. So beyond that, you got a specific question about it?
What do you think of Mahogany?
Who is that?
I mean, I'm sorry, monogamy.
What
you think? You know what I mean. OG Frog, my bad.
So, in what aspect though? Like, do I believe in it? I do believe in it. I believe it's some people.
Like, is that something that you would do? Like, is that your cup of tea? Like, what you think about it?
Man, I done tried it over and over. You just saw me in my last relationship was a monogamous one in public. I done tried it plenty of times. Like, I don't know about it though. I don't know about. I mean, for some people, it works beautifully. I know some men that's what they want, and I have no problem with it. I'm not opposed to it, but did I answer the question? I'm not opposed to it.
Like the fact that he brought a side piece versus Cardi, like Cardi got her stuff together, she's stable and little things like that or whatever. So is it a choice? Because some people can be intimidated. I think that goes back to the first question. The first topic by a well-successful woman. You know what I'm saying? Like independence and stuff like that. Like she got her own money. She don't need his money. So by him bringing a side piece, it's like you get more. They be on you more than your main person. You feel me? So do you think that has something to do with his ego?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't speak for Stephon Diggs. Like, I know if it's coming from me personally. If we talking about monogamy versus polygamy, when it come to me, I just feel like there are some women that can fulfill a purposely driven man. But you asking like, is it that a woman that's already together and having stature versus the woman that he with? What make you think the woman that he with ain't already together? What make you think she a side piece? Why he can't look at her and Cardi as equal? Like that's why I think the misconception be people look if they ain't in an active relationship or he already got a baby on the way. So you know what I'm saying? When he was with
public eye, like they're on two different levels.
How though? What? I don't believe that.
Well, I don't even know.
It's plenty of people out there when you
financials, but I'm just saying that like if you look at it, people always be like, well, even with Offset, like he was dating, whoever he was dating. Like we don't follow it for real like that. But I'm just saying, like I see snippets of it on social media and things like that.
So out of all them situations, in less than 6 months, you done saw Offset be with another woman. You done saw Stephon Diggs bring another woman to the game. And the men just totally fucked up. And don't nothing in your head say, well, shit, Cardi might be doing something that her niggas ain't scared to go fuck with another shit publicly in front of the world. She might be lacking some. No, nothing in your head say that. She might not. Like we talked about cooking and cleaning. We know she can make the hell out of spicy bowl, cut a goddamn Big Mama hot sausage up in some pickle juice, and we know she can do that. But what else do she do? That's what I'm saying. When you got a nigga like, when you got a man like Stephon Diggs, that Stephon Diggs already more financially stable than Cardi. So do you think her status matters to him more than the answer you gave me? Like showing up for him, support my man, making sure I'm listening to what he's saying and I can
No, because money really I don't care about money, to be honest. Like, you can have it today and gone tomorrow. Like I say, show me that you love me doing, gestures and being there, support and stuff like that. Like, you're right. It is about the support. So it could go both ways. We would never know exactly what happened until they speak on it. So
I think
we can move.
Okay, well, we can move on. We can move
on. So this goes from so when do you believe it's right to walk away from someone you love?
The moment they ain't showing you that they see the same value in you that you see for yourself. The moment that happened. The moment you realize you giving your all and they giving less than that, you correct it and you bring attention to it. If they ain't willing to, like you just said, money don't matter. Show up with me with your actions. If they ain't willing to stand on it with their actions, then they already showing you what they really think and what they really feel. So the moment that you go back and agree with it, that's coming in alignment with what they doing. That's off track of your program. You coming in alignment with what they doing. So that's saying, honestly, I should, if I already know this what you doing and this way you at, either I should be on board with you and not make you feel bad about it because I chose to come back. Or I separate myself completely and find the shit that aligns with me. Or be perfectly fine by my goddamn self. You know what I mean? That's what I think. What you think?
I feel like everybody is different. And unpopular opinions always comes about in somebody else's relationship who haven't been in those shoes. And as a woman, it's hard to walk away when somebody else think that you should, because your well has to run dry. And what I'm saying, we go through steps, you know what I mean? So it's different things that happens that we have to go through. I'm pretty sure a lot of women could attest to where, you don't have no feelings, the sight of you, ugh, yuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't touch me, like it's no feelings, but you have to, it's like when you mentally checked out and anything that they do or try to do, it don't even affect you no more. I think that's when it's the time to walk away, to where you realize, like you say, your value, your self-worth, like you deserve more and things like that. Like, I'm not gonna advance in this situation anymore, to where, like, I think that's when it's time to walk away. And it's just like a feeling emotionally, mentally, physically, when none of that could affect anything you do to me, that's when I know it's over.
So you basically saying most women gonna stick to it and stick into it until it's completely all the way server and done. There's no coming back from it. I don't look at you the same. I know it's nothing there. Now I can walk away from it.
I'm gonna say some. I ain't gonna say all. It might be different. That's just me. That's my opinion.
So, do you think in the process of doing that, does that shape how you feel about that one man, or does that shape how you feel about all men?
One, I'm not, because every man isn't the same. Okay. So we move on and we take our traumas to the next relationship.
You gotta be, hold on. That contradicts itself. You just said one man, because all men ain't the same. But then you just said we take our traumas to the next. The person you dealing with. Yeah, but you just said we take our trauma to the next relationship. If you ain't, if that don't affect you to all men, why the fuck your trauma coming along with you, Miss Bag Lady? You gonna hurt yourself dragging all them bags. The fuck?
It's triggers. You have to. You ain't let me finish my statement. You have
Cuz.
to. I said we take our traumas into the next relationship when we haven't already healed yet. So if you goes on to a next relationship and you're not healed, you're gonna take that trauma from your past relationship into that new one because certain characteristics gonna stand out. Like, oh, red flag. You know what I mean? So you have to heal first before you even try to move on. Take that time to yourself to work on you, self-love you. Once you fix all the issues that you had in that, I've been through therapy, okay? And a lot of people think that therapy doesn't work. It works because you deal with childhood trauma, generational curses, like all of that things. So you have to deal with you at hand to understand the what, when, where, and whys.
Yeah, you sit unbiasedly with somebody who don't know none of the people you talking about, and you be truthful about you, what you've been through, where you're trying to go, and what's holding you back, and they give you clarity from an unbiased point. You know what I'm saying? That's what therapy
and
do.
it lets you know how to deal with certain situations.
Yeah, clinically.
You know,
it's the same thing you do when you sit in silence and pray and meditate. You just don't have the confidence and shit to go do it.
With that. Like, it's there for a reason. Like, use it.
Yeah, it is. There's nothing wrong with it. I commend people that go get the extra step to hear the truth, because that just means you seeking the truth. You might know what you feel, you know what everybody around you saying, and you know what he telling you or she telling you. But let me go get an unbiased opinion, and I'll pursue the truth. That's what I believe life all about, seeking the truth, man. It don't have to come from, like you just said, we keep asking our friends, we keep asking our family, we keep asking certain people, and we don't even know them the ones who done gave us the generational curses. And the generational curse ain't nothing but the mindset. You know, it ain't nothing but they mindset.
They giving you advice on the fucking trauma that they've been through. How they think they fix themselves, so they're gonna tell you how to do and go about when it's the wrong way.
That's why
you
it's
just
a curse.
Setting me back.
That's why it's a curse, because we don't know what intentions they was when they got to that place mentally. That's why I look within for the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? I just sit with myself and I say that's where my boundaries, my expectations, and all that shit come from, because I don't want nobody else to set them from me. You know what I'm saying? And I went to school for psychology and early youth development. I always wanted to be a therapist. That's what my first thing out of high school that I went to college for. And I remember I asked my professor a question, and she told me, you keep looking for a solution instead of looking for a route. And I didn't understand what she meant by the route. She said, if you want to make this a profession, you got to find a way to tell them enough to make them want to come back to you again, and not enough to be completely free. And I just felt like that was bondage and manipulation, so that's why I let that shit go. I ain't want it to be. But I feel like somebody like you that got a strong mind, that don't have attachments, and, can find truth, take the meat and throw away the bones, man, therapy can help. And I think it can help everybody. But I just think at some point, take what you learn in therapy and realize it's really showing you how to be truthful and sit with yourself. That's what I think you should really, not you, but if you're watching this and you want to go to therapy, go to therapy. But just realize that it's going to show you how to work on yourself. So at some point, you should be able to outgrow that therapy. I already know you will outgrow your therapy. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking to the rest of the people that's watching. Because not just therapy, because some of us go to church and we get free, and we come to a belief, and that belief really is true. But if you get caught up in the person that gave you the belief, if you get so caught up in that man, if you caught up in that person, you start to get away from what they was really telling you, and you start looking to them to be your place of peace. You start looking at them. So when things show up in their life that's out of alignment, it discombobulates you, because you can't believe that person would do such things. So that's why anytime you're in a pursuit and seeking truth, keep seeking it, but keep growing too. You know what I'm saying? Keep growing. I might go to therapy one day. I think them people need to hear from me. I mean, I'm supposed to go so that I can hear from them. That's why I might go to therapy one day. I might go to therapy.
Okay, so like, what advice would you give someone that's tired of being played?
Being played?
Yeah.
Like by a spouse or by like a
Yeah, like
girl.
being played with. Like, what advice? Because a lot of people feel like, oh, you played in my face. It don't have to be about a spouse. It could be a friend, family member, like the Glorilla situation. Like, what advice would you give someone who's tired of being played?
And my first piece of advice that I would try to give anybody that's being played is, now before I go there, what I would tell you is um everybody done been in a situation where they done been vulnerable, they done been foolish, and they done been a little bit stupid. Everybody done been in them type of situations, but the only thing that labels you as any of those titles is if you choose to keep doing it when you know better. So if you being played and you already tired of being played, that means you been played and you knew it and you kept going back. So I don't care what the other person tell you. I don't care what the situation is. It only stops when you choose to not allow it again. That's why when Donnell asked me why my boundaries so strong, that's why. Cause you know what I'm saying? I can't think of a time that nobody really played me. I just can't be. That's just something that don't really happen. I see it coming before it ever comes, but I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I try to make sure I'm vocal enough to let you know, hey, you can't play me, but I need to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I need to know what the fuck. So when I leave you, when you be calling me and crying with snot coming out your nose and farting on yourself and sick and stuff like that, I don't really hear it. I don't care nothing about it. Cause you know what I'm saying? I know I do what's pleasing to God every time. I always do what's right. So it's easy to walk away from what's wrong. It's easy to walk away from what's wrong.
Okay.
Type shit.
If you can call out, this is my last question for you.
Okay.
If you can call out one toxic habit in a relationship, what would it be?
Um, it is one, but it is like layered. But of course, we say communication. I would say the lack of communication is the
That's
most.
toxic?
Yeah, the lack of
A
communication is the
toxic
most.
habit?
Yeah, that's the most toxic thing you can ever do in a relationship. Because most people that, if you think of what's toxic, anything that you can think of toxic comes from either not knowing how to communicate or already overly communicating and the other person is not receiving it. So now you matching what they giving you. So you know what I'm saying? Ultimately, once again, if you got boundaries, expectations, already set, if you already got your boundaries and expectations set, you won't even engage in games. You already know that nothing positive comes from games. So if you already communicated your boundaries and expectations, anytime somebody shows you they don't respect them, you separate yourself from them because you know that's not healthy for you. So you choose you. And when you choose you, you already understand if you operate from a righteous point. I don't want to be petty with you. I already tried to tell you. I already went above and beyond to keep me from being petty. So now the only thing I can do to not get some get back, to not make myself feel better, is to separate myself from you. And I hope you the best. Wholeheartedly, sincerely. I don't feel like I lost nothing. I only feel like I learned and I gained from observing this situation or whatever we share. Now, whatever you got going on, go do it over there and let me put all of my energy into building me so I can make sure I only align with the stuff that suits me. You know what I'm saying? That so when anytime you get outside of that, it all comes from communication in my head. Anytime you get outside of communicating your boundaries and expectation and the other person ain't reciprocating of it and you ain't doing the same shit, it's all toxic, but it all comes from communication. So yeah, that's what I think. What you think? Because you seem like you disagree. What you think?
A toxic habit in a relationship, I think, is control.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just something that makes my skin crawl. Like, I don't like, and people might think it's not control or I'm trying to make sure you're safe. I care. Is not what you do, it's how you do it. And when you try to control the narrative in every simple thing I do, I say, you know, anything that I make a decision on, and it's the opposite of what I feel that I want to do, that's control, and it don't sit well with me, because loving somebody is not, it shouldn't be toxic, you know? So if you feel like you have to control the narrative every time, you is not a team player. I don't feel like that's love. So where you have to control every aspect of what I say and what I do. It's like you got to come behind and fix some stuff your way. If it's not your way, then it's not right. So I think
is the person communicating it, like not the person that's being controlling, but the person that feel like they're being controlled, or they going and saying, "Hey, I feel like you controlling me when you do this. I feel like you trying to control. I feel like you."
Something simple as, if you know, maybe that should have been a question too. Like, do you think that a woman can be a friend with a male, like genuinely, without any sexual anything? Now, I think I've seen something that you probably talked about, the opposite sex being friends or something like that, but that they might have feelings for one another. But if you set boundaries on certain things and both parties understand, I think that could happen. But it could be something similar to that, because, men be insecure, intimidated, and little things like that. And it can go left because of their insecurities and stuff like that. So when they don't communicate how they feel on that end, that's the insecurities and the stuff like that comes out, to where they want to control the narrative to make you do what they want you to do, because they don't agree with a situation that looks sketchy to them when it's really not, and it's honestly the truth or something.
I ain't gonna lie. Me personally, as far as having female friends goes, I have no problem having female friends. I got most of the people that I'm around are females, but I'm just being honest and truthful. Like, most of the females that I'm around, and most of them, sometimes they beautiful women, but they ain't the type of female that I see myself with. Now, this is me today, and I only fuck with shit that I know gonna be able to bring something to the table. I know we're gonna be able to advance each other in areas. It's the only time I can be compatible enough with a person to where I want to share that energy. Now I don't look at being intimate with people the same as I used to, so I'm careful about who I exchange my energy with. But 3 years ago, 2 years ago, if you would have asked me about like a female being a friend just in the headspace I was in, it ain't got nothing to do with the woman, because I know plenty of women that come around and they love to just be around a cool dude that ain't trying to hit on them and they ain't trying to do nothing with them, because that's a cool, safe space. I can talk to you. I can get opinions from you. That's cool. But I know in a man head, if you somebody that's fine and we keep talking, the more that you show me that we are compatible, that you do think like me, that gonna be the more I'm gonna want to I'm gonna want to put something in you. That gonna be the more. That gonna be the more where I feel like, you know what, everybody else in the world hurting you, so let me heal you. You know what I'm saying? Let me touch your heart, literally.
And that's how, real, like, that's how friends become lovers. Like, it does happen like that sometimes. But could you genuinely be a friend with somebody that you was intimate with that just didn't work out?
Yeah, like, I think that's, to me, that could be best, because that's like, we already know each other, and like you said, women, they ain't gonna leave you alone until they get to that yuck feeling. Like, they ain't got no more desire for you. So if they can get to that feeling and still be willing to be your friend, that mean they really see the good in you. That mean, okay, I know you a good person. I understand you fully now. It's just that we can't work together. But it's some great stuff in you. And that way, usually, they start doing business. They start doing all kind of other stuff, like just whatever, because they become They understand and they know each other. And I think that's what people be placed in our life initially for. That man was initially placed in your life to just do that business with you. He was initially placed in your life just to go hang out and go get some money together. He was initially placed in their life for you for that. But y'all saw how much that worked. Y'all started seeing good in each other, and then that took it into a relationship that was probably faster than what it should have been. And we, by us doing that, now we done opened the door to engage in pain from each other. Because we could have just did business and had a good, blissful relationship. But we moved too fast, and now we done accepted some pain and disappointment from each other. Because we should have just kept that shit on business. So that's why when I say stuff like today, yeah, I only want to be around women because I'm going to get around the women and I'm going to look at you for who you are and where you at. And I only see you for who you are and where you are. And I don't got no other expectations or no other desires from you. And if I do look at you and desire you in an intimate way, I'm going to tell you, hey, I want some of it. And I like you and I want you and I got to have you. And outside of that, I ain't going to want you no more. So when we do this, it's just for the one time. You want to do it? Okay, cool. That's just the way I set my stuff at now. You know, why are you laughing?
I know you telling the truth, so I just know you. It is so funny just to hear you say it, but I want some, and you gonna give me some.
Yeah, I like you, and I got to have you.
Okay, so that's our interview, but I love your rapid fire, so can I play and tell me if I did it right, okay?
Okay, you asking me questions?
Can we play your rapid fire? Yeah, so you gotta, so from my understanding, you gotta pick one or the other too, right? You have to pick one, right?
Yeah, you call stuff out, and I gotta pick one.
Okay, you ready? You only got a couple of them, so just tell me if I did it right, okay?
All right, let's go.
Boogers or pig feet?
Boogers. You so nasty. You so nasty. Why would you ask me that question? I eat a booger before I eat a pig feet. I don't want no pig foot.
No water or no food?
No food.
Stanky breath or funky ass?
What you asking for? Stanky ass, because I don't got to smell that, bitch. Sit your ass down. And just don't talk to me. Stay over there. Look, we just kicking it, right? It ain't for my girl or nothing, right?
Yeah, stanky breath or funky ass. Which one you gonna choose?
Oh, neither one, man. You gotta go.
No, you said you gotta pick one. So which one you could deal with?
Stanky breath. I mean, that's that's stanky breath.
Bad teeth or bad body build?
Bad body build.
Okay, that's all I got for you. That's all I got. Can I leave your community with two little statements that I got for you?
Yeah, with your Pringle can body built ass. Go ahead and tell them whatever you want to tell her. Hey, this Flint Hill Stunner, Carolina Big Dog, Ridgeway Young Gunner. We on the road to 100K. We just got to get that 50 out of the way. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn your post notification bells on, and follow Donnella on all her stuff. When you tell them whatever you tell them, make sure you tell them that too.
All right, you guys, y'all can follow me on Instagram at LaceyLove1. TikTok is at iLace Beauty Studios. That's my business, so follow me. So I just want to leave y'all with this. Who you are is a statement of character, not a verbal announcement. And stop running mouths for people who don't take steps for you. That's all I got.
That was dope, man. Y'all drop down in the comments if y'all want Donnell to interview me again, man. Y'all drop it in the comments. That was a real dope conversation, man. I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you. And I'm going to take you to Dollar General. And now, on top of that, I'm going to feed you, too. I'm going to feed you one day. I'm going to feed you.
I just take the check you said you was going to pay me. You gonna pay me?
Yeah, I love y'all. Y'all hold it down. I love y'all.